We have a few major features to add to this application before we can call it done. The first thing I'd like to add is a search capability. So basically, right now, the app just lists all the available deals, but I'd like to be able to search all the deals in the system. Now, this search is going to be server side, not client side. So I'm not just filtering the list that I have on the screen. So let's, for example, say I have 20 deals displayed on this list view. If I search, I'd like the server to search all the deals available in the system and give me back a new list to display to the user. So let's start that task. We'll start with the markup, but before we wire this search, there's one thing we should do. When we press on a deal, we go to a new view that represents this deal. There's no way for the user to go back. So let's put a link here to take the user back to the all deals list. So this link would be in the deal detail component, and I'll put it right here above the image. And I'll make this a custom link. Instead of using a button, I'll just use a touchable opacity component. And inside the touchable opacity component, I'll use a text. And this text would be just back. So we need this touchable opacity component from React Native. And this touchable opacity component need an onPress property. So what is going to happen when we press this touchable opacity component? Let's think about that. I'll use an empty function here just to render that. And I have the back in here. I need to fix the styles a little bit, but I do see this back link. When I click on this back link, what I want to do is set the current deal ID to null. Because when I'm on a deal view in here, the current deal ID is not null. If I set the current deal ID to null, then React is going to re-render and take me back to the full list. So I can use set current deal, the exact same function here, and just use null in the deal ID. But I like to have a more readable method. So I'm going to copy set current deal, and I'm going to go with unset current deal. This is a function that doesn't take any deal ID, and it will just do null here. So this unset current deal is going to be needed by the deal detail view. So let's pass it there. From the perspective of the deal detail, we can call this on back, and we'll pass it here as this unset current deal as a function reference. Let me format this. Perfect. So deal detail has an initial deal data and an on back function. So let's go to the deal detail now, and we'll define the type for this on back function. It is a prop types.function, and it's required. And now under the onPress for the touchable opacity for the back button, we can use this .props.onBack. Let's test that. Click on here, click back, and that took me back to the main list. Click in here, click back. That took me back to the main list. So let me fix the style for this back link real quick. So instead of having the border here on the deal itself, I'll just have it on the detail view in here. And let's give the back button some style. So style is styles.back link. And as you can see, I have hot reloading. So anything that I do here is going to be reloaded. So back link, let's give it a margin bottom of 5. Take a look at that. And I'll change the color into something blue. So we'll go with 22F. Perfect. This looks good.